Call to order, special council meeting at 6 o'clock. Moved by Dave Mackay, seconded by Terry Miller. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region adopts the agenda of the special council meeting of Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015, with one addition, item 5A, Beachburg Fair Special Occasions Permit. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. If anybody need to disclose any pecuniary interests in the agenda? Okay. We've adopted the agenda. Getting that right. Moved by Terry Miller, seconded by Dave Mackay. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region approve the following bylaws. Be introduced, read, dealt with, numbered, signed by the mayor and clerk, and sealed and recorded in the bylaw book. 1. 15-06-799. 2. 15-06-800. Water and sewer rates for 2015. 2015 budget, set tax rates. Any discussion? Councillor McLaughlin.
I kind of would like to have them, the motion split in half. First to deal with just the water and sewer budget, and the second one to deal with the rest of the budget.
Councillor Jackson.
I guess the question is there a reason for that, Darrell, or Councillor McLaughlin?
There is. I'm certainly in favor of the water and sewer budget. I'm not in favor of the rest of the budget. So that is my reasoning.
We shall split then, I guess, eh? I guess then the motion would fail if it was presented the way it is.
Yeah. So
perhaps.
Split it in half.
Or you can read it and vote on it. But perhaps I can just let Christine talk to that.
Yeah, it would be more expedient if I just duplicated this and made two separate motions, one to deal with each bylaw. Okay, so just give me a minute and does that work for everybody?
That would certainly address my concerns.
Okay. So why don't we just cross one off here? Read the motions, do the first, and while you folks are discussing that first,
I guess, or the other option is to vote on that motion, and if it fails, then split it, bring it back.
Certainly you could.
We've already stroked it off. Second. Moved by Terry Miller, seconded by Dave Mackay. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region approves the following bylaws. Be introduced, read, dealt with, numbered, signed by the mayor and clerk, and sealed and recorded in the bylaw book. 15-06799, water and sewer budget rates 2015. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. Will.
And I'll fill it in afterwards, what you guys
That's all. Moved by Terry Miller, seconded by Dave Mackay. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region approves the following bylaws. Be introduced, read, dealt with, numbered, signed by the mayor and clerks, and sealed and recorded in the bylaw book. Be it resolved that the council of the township of Whitewater Region 15-06-800 2015 budget. Discussion. Councillor McLaughlin.
Well, I'm still, and I did some research and announced unto your thoughts when you told me the Bromley line was paved in the 80s. That's incorrect. It was paved in 2000. I spoke to the road superintendent of the former township of Westmeath. It was paved just prior to amalgamation, not in the 1980s.
I apologize for that. That was my understanding.
Well, I was pretty sure, and when I did the research, I made a few phone calls and spoke to a couple of employees from Westmeath, and both of them were not sure, and so then I went to the road super, and I think at that point it was determined that it was done in 2000, just prior to amalgamation. So my thoughts with the Bromley line, and I think we had in the discussion that we would have to do a roads, and excuse me if I'm not using the right words, roads needs or a roads policy is what we were going to do, checking the to find out how much traffic are on these roads, which roads, and make a policy on which roads we were going to hardtop, which ones we were not going to hardtop. So personally, my thoughts are, and I have nothing wrong with if it falls into the criteria when we do a roads assessment to pave it. I have no problems whatsoever. I would like to see $260,000 put back into reserves, earmarked for the Bromley line if it fell under the correct, when we do our road study, is it study or assessment, whichever, at that point, because I just feel that the traffic is not high enough on that road to that point, and so that's just my personal thoughts. The other thing is, I travel the Grand Settlement Road every day. I think we're working on the wrong end of the Grand Settlement Road. I think it should be earmarked at the La Paz end, as the roads needs assessment stated, that it would be the Westmeath end. We certainly need to do something with the railway track at Miller's Corners. That needs to be addressed. I feel that the rest of it was for right at this time. I think there's other places where we could spend the money and start at the far end of it, as was stated in the roads assessment that JP2G did. The other thing I have, my other point is the donation policy that we have. We're certainly not following it, so I just want to bring that forward, and after the discussion, I would be asking for a recorded vote.
Councillor Mackay.
It was brought to my attention that on the Bromley Line Road, the hose for the counter was off. This was an employee of this township told me this. I'm not giving any names, but anyways, so that it fell off in the morning and never was back on, so it's not a true count of the road. And I would also like to say about the Bromley Line, all the cottages along the river, there must be, if you took the count of the cars on the weekends, you'd probably double or triple your traffic on that road. That's it.
Councillor Jackson.
I also traveled the Grant Settlement Road, and I would agree with Councillor McLaughlin with regards to which end to do. My concern with the other end at La Paz is that it's going to have to be more of a reconstruction than it is surface treatment. You're going to have to dig down on the La Paz side quite a piece and get that all redone. I don't know the proper words, but it certainly needs more of a reconstruction than an actual surface treatment. So, and we certainly wouldn't be able to get away with the dollar value that we're going to be able to increase the estimated useful life on the Grant Settlement Road at the other end. And I know I've traveled on it in the summertime, and it just seems to get worse. We do get a lot of travelers. We get a lot of tourists down that way that travel the road from Forster's Falls down into Rafters Road. And there's a number of tourists that hit River Run, whitewater rafting, as well as owl rafting. I just feel that it's a good start to start there. The whole Grant Settlement Road does need to be done, but for the dollar value, I think we're going to increase the estimated life by a good 10 to 15 years at least, and of that portion, and we're going to have to definitely start at the other end very soon. I would hope next year to start redoing that, because it is in terrible shape.
Thank you.
But sorry, one more thing. I also think that, we're ready. We need to pass this budget. All of those things, I think we need to start looking at them come the fall. Look at the capital projects for 2016. Get a review of the asset management plan. Once the new counters and the new speed signs are up and get true numbers for the roads, then we'll have a better idea of what roads to do. But to stop the process now of getting these jobs done, I think we'd be moving backwards, and we do need to pass this budget. The County of Renfrew and all the municipalities need it passed and inputted into OPTA, which is your tax rate area, by June 15th. And I think to further delay it, to come up with other roads will certainly put a hindrance on that.
Okay. Is Councillor Mackay?
One more thing is, over in Westmeath, we said we're probably going to do the Bromley line. People said, good, it's about time we got something in Westmeath compared to Beechburg and Cobden. They were feeling left out, and they felt that they should have some stuff, and they're probably right.
Councillor McLaughlin.
Obviously, Councillor Mackay has not seen the report that they did on the reconstruction or the work of roads since amalgamation, dividing it into Westmeath Township, Ross Township, Cobden, and Beechburg. There's maybe that should be shown around to the new council, because the allotment is quite large, very large actually, and getting larger. So maybe that needs to come, and that would answer Councillor Mackay's question then. It would. As far as what Councillor Jackson has said, I'm in favor of passing the budget. All I was thinking was to change the road construction that we're doing and put that money back into reserves. Other than that, I'm quite in favor of passing the budget.
We did address this quite extensively at our committee meeting, and so I'm actually going to call for the vote, where it's a recorded vote. I'd request to Councillor McLaughlin, and who, I guess it starts Terry Miller, Reeve, Terry Miller, you start off when we go counterclockwise.
Yeah, that's clockwise. I have to call. Chris has to call him off. Reeve Miller, your vote? And counterclockwise, and you vote last according to the
Yes.
bylaw. Councillor Jackson? Yes. Councillor Olmsted? Yes. Councillor McLaughlin?
Nay.
Councillor Mackay? Councillor Regier?
Yay.
Mayor Johnson?
Yay. the budget's carried.
Thank you, and we can sign the bylaws after.
Okay. And,
Okay.
Horse Day. Moved by Kathy Regier, seconded by Terry Miller. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region declares that June 6, 2015 be recognized as Horse Day to honor an important partner in Renfrew County's farming and logging heritage. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried. Yes, Councilor
I was just
Jackson.
wondering, I noticed Mr. Jackson's in the back, and I'm wondering if staff could address him as far as what the result was of the previous meeting. Okay. Save him sitting.
You'll have to turn on the mic, Hope.
Oh, well, I think she can stand outside and tell him the
okay.
results. I
I'm
don't think
sorry,
it
I thought
needs
you
to go on.
meant
No. Thank you.
Moved by Terry Miller, seconded by Kathy Regier. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region declare the Beachburg Fair being held from July 24th to July 26th, 2015 as a community festival of significant historic value that does not knowingly contrive any municipal bylaws. Contravene. Yes, sorry. Contravene. All those in favor? Opposed, if any? Carried.
Could I have backed out of that vote? 'Cause I'm on the fair board.
No.
This is just a formality for, that has to go with their permit for their special event license.
Okay.
Moved by Terry Miller, seconded by Kathy Regier. Be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region adjourns the special council meeting of Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015 at 6:20. All those in favor? Opposed, if any, and that's carried. Yes. Would like to take a 5-minute break before we start. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I was going to sign that. All right. No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant.
Yeah, all he was interested in is if we accepted, I'm sure, but he might want to stay for the meeting. You don't know that. You have to stroke this one like